Hello everyone, welcome to Caltex Academy. Today we're looking at question number 3 of this series in quotient rule. So without wasting time, let's dive into the video, and we can start by rewriting our function here. We are given function f of x equals to x squared plus 2x minus 1, then everything is divided by 1 minus 2x. So we can let u equals to the numerator, and that is x squared plus 2x minus 1. Then v, we can let it to be the denominator, and that is 1 minus 2x. So let's differentiate u with respect to x. Now this one, the first term here, differentiates to 2x, and the second term differentiates to 2. Meanwhile, negative 1 is constant, it will differentiate to 0. So we also do the same to dv by dx, where this one vanishes to 0, and then the derivative of negative 2x is simply negative 2. So we can combine these two derivatives in a quotient rule because we're here dividing. So the derivative of this function x can be given by v du by dx minus u dv by dx, and we're dividing everything by the denominator of v squared. So let's move on and make substitution to this formula, where we have our derivative of this function given by v, and our v is 1 minus 2x. We multiply it by du by dx, and du by dx is 2x plus 2. Then we come up with our subtraction sign here, and we can create another square bracket where we'll bring in u, and u is this quantity, and that is x squared plus 2x minus negative 1. We are multiplying it by dv by dx, and dv by dx is negative 2. So we copy it a negative 2 and close our square bracket, dividing the whole of that numerator by our v square, and our v we know is 1 minus 2 x, and we have to square. This is great, and let's move on to simplify. So we first need to tackle the bracket here down. Maybe at the same time we can also open this two brackets. So our derivative f prime x is going to be 1 times 2x. We get 2x. 1 times 2, we get 2, and then negative x. 2x times 2x, we get negative 4x squared. Then negative 2x times positive 2, we get negative 4x. Then coming to this side, we have our negative. Then we can use simple bracket here as we simplify by opening up this bracket, multiplying by negative 2. So negative 2 multiplying positive x squared, we will get negative 2x squared. Then negative 2 times positive 2x, we get negative 4x, and negative 2 times negative 1. This one gives us positive 2. Then we close this bracket and we divide it by our denominator. So let's keep our denominator the same, and that is in bracket 1 minus 2x raised to power 2. And then we can keep on simplifying our numerator, where the function derivative would be, so we can start here with the lowest power, where 2, maybe you can start with this constant here, so we have 2, and then 2x and negative 4x makes negative 2x. Then the highest power here is minus 4x squared. Now we can open up this bracket by multiplying it by negative 1 here. So negative times negative, we get positive 2x squared. Then negative times negative 4x, we get positive 4x. Then negative times positive 2, we get negative 2. Now we divide everything by still our denominator, which we are just maintaining it the same, and that is in bracket of 1 minus 2x and square. So let's keep on simplifying our numerator, where our derivative is gonna be, so clearly you can see these 2 positive and the 2 negative will just vanish, because they have the same quantities but different signs, and we can keep on rewriting the remaining terms. Now when you take a look closely, we can write it as any powers of x, because 4x can simplify with negative 2x to 2x, and the highest power here, negative 4x squared plus 2x squared, we get negative 2x squared, and we can still divide this by our denominator, one minus 2x to the power of 2. And then at this point we can just end here, because our major aim is to get f of 0 of this derivative. So from here we use this derivative function here as our base for substitution in our question here. So question number 1 is part A. But this question is going to be, we are to get the derivative function of x. First of all, we need to copy this down. That is 2x minus 2x squared all over 1 minus 2x, and it is also squared. Now we are demanded to get when x is 0, meaning wherever we get x, we are replacing it by 0. So in the first term here we have 0 multiplying 2. Then our second term we also have 0 being squared and also multiplies 2. And then in the denominator we have 2 multiplying, and maybe you can use here a square bracket, and we have here 0. This will be multiplied, okay, will be squared, and then we can go ahead and continue simplifying, and we notice that the first term of the numerator vanishes to 0, minus also the second term there is 0, and then here, when we have 2 times 0, we get 0, and then 1 minus 0 is 1. So we square that 1, and then the square of 1 is 1. So we simply have 0 over 1, and 0 multiplying every number is just 0. So our answer for the first part is 0. Let's move again to the next part, and that is part B of this question, which is saying find f inverse of, f prime of x. So firstly, let's recopy our formula here. That is the derivative we have just done here, 2x minus 2x squared all over the denominator 1 minus 2x raised power 2. And then again, from our question, we are given negative 1. Wherever we get x, we are plugging in negative 1. So in our first term, we have 2 times negative 1 minus 2 also into negative 1, and this x is squared, so we square this term. Then we go ahead and have in the numerator, we have here 1 minus 2 into negative 1, and then the whole thing is squared. So we go ahead and copy down the left hand side of this expression, where the first term of the numerator goes to negative 2. Then here we have negative 1 square is positive 1, and positive 1 times negative 2, we get negative 2. Dividing it by the numerator, denominator is 1, this one, and we have here 1 negative times negative also 2, that brings for us positive 2, and then still squared. So in the numerator, negative 2 and negative 2 simplifies to negative 4, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. I'm going to square 3, we get 9. So here you notice that there is no another number that can divide 4 and 9. So simply this is our answer. Oops, this 9 is poorly written. Let me correct it to a better 9. I think this one looks somehow better. If you get some good value in this video, please why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel to get notification of more videos. So I'm going to come up with the last video in the series, that is question number 4, concerning about quotient rule, for you to master it perfectly such that you are confident in your examination. Don't hesitate to drop comment or ask me any question. I will be available to answer any of your questions in time. See you in question 4. Ciao.